Now with both Flash Player 10.1 and Air 2, we're working on multi-touch, and I'd like to show you where we are with multi-touch now. And I have over here an HP TouchSmart screen, and let me wake it up. Okay, and I've got a couple of examples to give you an idea of the multi-touch capabilities that are available to you now in Flash Player 10.1 and Air 2. So here's an example that was built actually by Synergy Systems. Thanks guys for building this. And so we can see this as a calendar app. I can drag it around the screen with my finger. And if I want to expand it, I can use multi-touch to expand it. And we've put up the gesture events up on top if you guys want to. It's kind of closed captioning for developers. And I can interact here by swiping. You can see there's a gesture pan. I can go from month to month with my finger. And these events can be passed to the application both as high-level events or you can get the raw event data. So you can either get a stream of gesturing events that are high-level like pan and zoom and things like that, or you can get what looks like multiple mice all interacting with your application. So I can go to a particular week here by zooming into the week here. All right, so here's a day view, week view, and I can look and I can scroll around. You can see it's tracking the content with my finger as I move it. I can go into the day. I can move these around just by touching and dragging them like this. If I want to edit these things, of course, in addition to the move events, I can double tap to open one. You can see it's touch tap. If I want, I can drag around the times here to change the starting time. You can see it's touch move. And I can also change the type of event here. In this mock-up, I have to use 2 fingers to demonstrate rotation. So you can see I can spin this thing with my 2 fingers. So you can actually rotate things and get rotate events as well with these gestures. So some great innovation here happening with multi-touch, and a lot to learn as we start building all these applications. Now, let me minimize this guy and put him over here. Now, the next example I want to show you is Flash Player 10.1 running in the browser. And this is an example of multi-touch running in a browser with Flash Player 10.1. And this is an example created by the XD team to experiment with multi-touch. So I'm going to log in here. And it's going to load, in this case, it's a place where people can post photos and videos and things like that. Here's a dog. It's always good to have pictures of dogs. There's a dog. And you can see I can throw things around. If I want to, I can tap them and manipulate them. So if I want to resize that, I can do that. And all these events are being fed to the Flash application, as you saw earlier. If I want as well, I can add things here with a little touch interface. So for example, if I want to take my photo, there's a camera in the TouchSmart, so I can say, hi. And if I like that, I can keep it. There I am. I can rotate it right there. I can name it if I want to and move it around. So this is just a kind of a playground as we're learning about these events. And I encourage you to kind of do these same kinds of experimentation applications to learn about multi-touch.
Common gestures are things like the ability to use a pinch motion to scale an object on the screen, or being able to rotate an object. Raw touch interaction would be typically something like being able to use multiple fingers to paint simultaneous strokes, or having the ability to push multiple objects on the screen at the same time and making them collide in a game or something like that. When working with gestures, it is important to maintain the native feel that the users expect from the device or the computer. We enable that by abstracting the common gestures that are typically implemented across devices into a common representation. So the content behaves the same way across multiple devices, yet at the user interaction level, it is based on the native feel and interaction model. When working with gestures, it is important to take advantage of the common gestures that will be available across multiple devices. These are zoom, pan, rotate. It is also important to keep in mind that the underlying mouse-based event model still needs to be supported. So don't abandon mouse for gestures. The content should be primarily mouse-based and enhanced by supporting gestures as a higher level interaction model. Multi-touch and gestures work across the Flash platforms. They work in the browser in the Flash player as well as on the desktop in Air. To learn more about multi-touch in Flash Player 10.1, visit Adobe Labs.